Hey, and welcome to another episode of the Hot Corner. I'm your coach, Cary Daniel. Got a special guest today. We've got Mick Davis. Mick Davis is a JV coach with us. We started a third team this year, our JV-B team. The importance of this team was for us to get some guys to not make cuts and keep as many kids as we can to help develop. And you just never know what a 14, 15-year-old kid is going to develop into later on, and give them a chance to get as much playing time as possible. So, you know, having this team was important, and Mick's been able to help out and take the role of that team. Mick, you want to tell us a little bit about yourself, baseball-wise, and you know why you wanted to be a part of this program?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, baseball-wise, I've always been a part of baseball for as long as I can remember. I played growing up, played through school. Then I had an opportunity with my older son, who is an Indian Hill graduate, 2020, coaching him all through youth, and then doing the same for my son Brody, who's a freshman now. And then, you know, as they got older, you know, Brody hit that 6th grade, 7th grade. It was time for Dad to move on and stop coaching. And what this gave me, when Coach Daniel approached me, when Mr. Phelps approached me, we've got this idea for this third team. Would you be interested in coaching? You know, I had to think about it. I've never really coached the older boys. It's always been younger players, a lot of teaching and development there, as you know. But it gave me another opportunity to get out there with my son and to continue the tradition of playing baseball and just having fun with it. And this JV-B team sort of fits right into that, where we're in that teaching and development mode. So it's been a wonderful opportunity and a great fit for me.
Well, I know older kids, younger kids, we're always teaching fundamentals to a certain, you know, to a speed may be different. Some of the skills may be a little more advanced, but I mean, fundamentals are fundamentals. You know, you find yourself going through a lot of the same stuff that you did with them as younger kids, as right now with these freshmen and sophomores that you're working with?
Oh, absolutely. You know, baseball, when you break it down, you know, it's a sport of throwing, catching, hitting. You know, it's those simple things that we sometimes forget about as the boys get older. That, you know, those are the things we teach every day, or that we constantly say, hey, you might want to change the way you're doing this, or do things a little differently to help them out. So it's always keeping our minds on what we're teaching and always watching out to make sure that they're able to do the best when they're in any situation that they're in. So one piece of advice that, you know, that you can give. You know, you've been with us for, you know, we're excited to have you for one. I mean, it's great to have somebody that has the competitive mode, but also has the ability to break things down at a level that these kids will understand and have the mentality that can really help them understand it and do it at a slower pace. You know, I know there's challenging with the varsity team gets priority with a lot of things, and then the JV team, and then your team's kind of hanging around, or you're hanging around. You know, but that patience is important. What's the kind of I know you said you're a little uncomfortable working with the older kids before you decide to take it because you just didn't know. I'm sure you're comfortable now. You look a lot more comfortable. What do you think are the biggest thing that you can pick up that you feel like really helped you dive into this, and that you've really been able to integrate the most and feel good about what you're doing? I think it's mostly just, you know, being around the students again. For me as a school treasurer, you know, I'm not a teacher. I'm not in there with the students every day. It's a chance to connect with students I don't normally get a chance to connect with.
Right.
So, you know, getting to kind of hang out with the guys, you know, from a coaching standpoint, at this, knowing that, you know, I am the head coach here, and there's certain rules that I have to follow and abide by, but it's being part of the guys again, getting to hang out in a dugout, getting to do those things that, you know, I never thought I'd get the opportunity to do again. And, you know, I learn things from the kids every day, and I learn things from the coaches every day. That's been part of the experience for me that I didn't really anticipate when I first said yes, but it's been fantastic. I've already learned so much about the game of baseball that I either didn't learn years and years ago, or I had forgotten, and I'm learning that from the coaches. The kids are telling me things, and then, you know, trying to help the kids coach each other. Because as you know, Coach, baseball is a unique sport. It's a team sport, but it's so much about the individual and about how your skills evolve over time and how much you're willing to put in practice. And that's one of the things I really am trying to teach the kids. You know, you talked about priority, the varsity, and then the JV, and then my team. But it's, you know, baseball's a game of learning while you're not doing anything.
Right.
So that's one of the things I'm really trying to emphasize with the guys I'm around all the time. Listen to the other coaches. Listen to when they're talking to another player about something else.
Because they're talking to you too.
Absolutely.
100%.
Yep.
100%.
Yep.
Well, one last piece before we get up out of here. You know, it's been a short season so far. What's your highlight so far since you've been part of this staff? Biggest highlight for you?
Florida by a mile. That was such a great experience. You know, the scoreboard really didn't matter down there. It was getting around, watching the kids interact with each other. You know, getting a chance to have experiences that last a lifetime. That's really what, you know, high school sports are about. What youth sports are about. It's being part of a team, camaraderie. Just enjoying that friendship that can last for a lifetime.
Florida was a great time, not only for the kids, for the coaches. We get a chance to kind of hang out as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, I can say with a clear amount of certainty that we'll be back at St. Pete Beach again next year. It's going to take something major to take us away from that. That was an awesome time. So, hey, thanks for joining us again. Next week we'll see you with a new guest and hopefully some great news with our season as we continue to roll. Thanks.
Thank you, Coach.